Hi, I'm Renee and I'm a line chef at Crave Restaurant, and this is Simply Local. Simply Local is about taking our favorite Trinbagonian dishes and turning them into something fantastic. Here I take simple ingredients and prepare them by giving them a local twist. Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Local. So today I have an exciting guest. This is Natasha from Trini Cooking with Natasha.
Hi guys.
Right, she's actually on YouTube, like I said, Trini Cooking with Natasha, and she's here in the flesh. She lives in Florida, right? And this is her first time on camera, guys. So I'm so excited that she chose us to be with us today.
Yes.
I'm so happy. So this is her first time. People actually going to see it for the first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And she chose us.
And everyone has been asking, so.
Okay, good. Nice. So we just want to run through the ingredients, right? So we have some cuisine oil and we have some cuisine raisins. Both are available at your local Massy stores. And I have some cornmeal here. Right, Natasha? So you tell me what you have on your station.
We have some butter, some ruku or annatto,
Right.
capers,
Okay.
black pepper, salt, scallions or saif, ketchup, olives, bandania, cilantro or recao, chopped onions, some fine thyme, minced garlic, pimento peppers, and if you wanted to add a piece of hot pepper to this, you can. Once the oil comes up to temperature, we're going to start with the onions first. Next, we're going to add in the garlic, scallions.
Or what we like to call saif.
Yeah, in Trini we call scallion saif.
Remember I say, guys, she lives in Florida,
Yeah.
but she's Trinidadian.
Yeah.
So she's Trinity to the bone still.
Yes, still. Very much so.
If you don't want to add pimento, you can add hot pepper as well. That's fine, right?
You can add hot peppers. You can add a combination of both pimento peppers and hot peppers.
Okay.
Next, we're going to add in the bandania or shadow benny.
Okay. Now I love banana, so
Yeah.
I like to put a lot.
And it smells really
Really
good.
good, yeah, it helps.
Okay, do you want to add a little bit of salt for me and a little bit of pepper?
Sure, no problem.
So you season as you go, so you build flavors.
Yeah. So next, we just have some thyme here. I just want to put in a little bit from it. Well, not much. Just some of the sprigs of it. That's fine. And then we're going to add the beef.
Yeah. We are going to crank the heat up a little bit so that we can get some color on the beef.
Okay, good. Right. So, but I'm adding beef as is actually traditional, but you can add whatever meat you like to add, right?
Minced turkey, minced pork. You can use a combination.
Or you can even go strictly veg.
Yeah, you can use soya, lentils.
Yeah.
So you just want to break up the meat and mix those veggies or seasonings into that meat. After 15 minutes, the meat is now brown. Renee, I'd like you to put the ketchup.
Sure. So we're just going to use some cuisine raisins. I love raisins.
Raisins.
Are you a raisin fan?
Yeah, it gives it a really nice sweet.
Yeah, it adds to the dish, right?
Yeah, and if you don't like raisins, of course you can
leave
omit
it up, right?
We're gonna add some
Olives.
olives.
We have some green olives. Now, if you like, you could add any type of olives you'd like to add.
And if you guys add other types of vegetables, maybe some grated carrots, you can.
Oh, carrots would be really nice with it
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
nice sweetness. And some
Capers.
capers.
Right.
If you're using the big capers, you'd want to chop it up a little smaller.
Okay.
We have the small capers. And some ruku.
Right. Nice. We're just gonna mix it up.
Yeah, give this a mix.
We're looking good here. This looks really nice, actually.
So after you add in those last set of ingredients, just about a minute to 2, and then you set this aside and allow it to cool down.
Right, and then after that, we're going straight to the dough.
Yes.
Okay, good.
We're gonna start by adding the corn flour to a big bowl. To the cornmeal, we're gonna add in some salt, Renee.
Sure.
Salt to taste, please.
Yeah, I just add a little bit, maybe just like 1 tablespoon is fine. And
Some
as well as the black pepper, and that's fine as well. So I'm just gonna mix this up.
Now we're gonna add some butter to this.
No, just about 2 teaspoons of butter, 2 tablespoons, sorry, of butter. Yeah, that's fine. And it's softened butter too.
Is it salted, unsalted?
No, unsalted.
Hence the reason you
We'll
add salt.
Yeah.
You use unsalted butter. If you're using salted butter, you omit the salt.
Yeah. Right, I'm just gonna mix that around. Natasha, I don't know about you, but I'm not a dough person. I don't like to get my hands
dirty.
Yeah.
Then we need to get a KitchenAid.
Yeah. I enjoy stuff like that. Like I had to make bread recently, and I was so happy I had a guest, and she used her fingers, and you know it was well incorporated. If I have to at home, I would make something with it.
Yeah.
But if I could stay away from it,
maybe a dough hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps bring the dough together.
Yeah.
And the last thing you do is just knead it for the gluten to form.
Yeah, that's good.
So now we're gonna go in with some warm water. And it may look like a lot of water, but this corn flour is going to absorb all
everything,
of it.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right, Natasha, so we have the dough here.
Yes.
We've incorporated everything, and we're just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, right?
While we work on the banana leaves.
Okay. Right, guys, so we've incorporated everything.
Yes.
And now it's actually brought together, right? And we're going to leave this, let it set for 5 minutes while we actually see about the banana leaves. We clean them and we have them getting ready.
The reason why we put the banana leaves over the flame is that it helps the leaf become more pliable. If you were to try to bend a leaf without heating it up, it's going to break, and then you're not going to be able to get a nice closed envelope. They're going to have cracks in the leaf.
So we have the balls here. We have some oil for greasing, and we have some of our minced beef here, as well as our banana leaves.
Right.
Right? So we're just going to begin.
Yeah. And if you guys wanted to make these bigger or smaller, you can.
It's really up to you.
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm going to do is just grease the banana leaves so that it won't stick. Right, so we've greased the two leaves, right? And now we're just going to put the dough on top, and we're just going to put this leaf. This is the leaf that you said we're going to constantly use back, right? So we're just going to put it down and use this side to press it down.
And this is just a tortilla press or a pastelle maker or pastelle press.
Right, and so is that flat, round, look what we're looking for. So you're just going to give me some minced beef.
Sure.
About a tablespoon. Right, that's good enough. Right, and you're just going to take the sides now and press it down, and what you should see is that because we oiled it, you see how it's actually coming apart from it.
Yes, it will release.
It will release. Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign, guys. That's a good sign. Right, so you do that to the next side, and you're just going to do that to the edges now, and it's that simple. And you're going to do that to the next edge. Next we're going to get the foil, right, Natasha?
Yeah, we're using foil. Some people like to use a string and tie the pastels. If you don't have string, you can use the foil.
Okay.
I find the foil works better. In that way it seals it and no water gets into the pastel itself to get it soggy.
Right, and it's that simple, right?
Yeah, and then you just do the same step for the rest of them.
Okay, nice. Right, Natasha, I know it's a long process, but we finally reached the end, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Now, we don't have a steamer, but we came up with something that we think it will work, right? It's gonna work, it's gonna work. So what we did, we just took a normal pan, a foil pan, and we just put some holes in it.
Yeah, at the bottom.
We just bore some holes in it, and we have a pot that is steaming here, right? Where it's boiling with water.
You'd want to put enough water that would last the entire time it's going to take the pastels to steam.
Yeah, correct.
If you guys have a metal strainer that would fit over the pot, you can use that, or if you have a steamer basket, that's fine also.
That'll be perfect.
And for those of you who don't have one, you can make one.
Right, so we're just going to put the pastels over. Good. And what we're going to do is put a foil again on top, right? Yeah. So we can trap all the steam.
Trap all the steam so that it cooks faster.
Okay, nice. Right, and that's it.
Be careful. Be very careful. You can get burned.
Right, good. So now we wait again.
We wait 15-20 minutes and then this will be ready.
Okay, good.
It has been 20 minutes since the pastels have been steaming. They're finished. If you make them bigger, remember they're going to take longer to cook. Smaller, less time. So I'm going to turn off the stove and I'm going to take one out and I'll show you guys what it looks like.
So after all this time, Natasha, we finally reached this stage. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so removing the foil. We're gonna remove the leaf as well. Make sure and take your time, guys.
You can eat it on the leaf if you like.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, look at that.
It's steaming.
And it's so cute.
Very nice.
You see, the
small.
steam is really nice and hot stuff.
So Renee, I'm gonna leave this one for you because it's beef and everyone knows I don't eat beef. Renee is gonna sample it and tell us how it tastes.
That's so sad. I wish you could have tasted it.
I know, but it smells really good.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
It tastes really good though.
That's alright. We'll make another batch with turkey.
Right guys, as always, the full recipe is on eatahfoodtt.com, or you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at eatahfood. Natasha, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you.
We're so happy
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're happy to have you.
It was such a pleasure.
Okay, nice. And Natasha will just let us know all your handles.
Yes.
Where you could follow you on.
So I'm on Instagram at TriniCooking19. I'm on YouTube, I'm Trini Cooking with Natasha. Facebook, it's Natasha, and I also have a food page, Trini Cooking with Natasha on YouTube as my food page.
Okay, and we'll make sure and put everything in the description.
Yes, everything will be down below.
Okay.
And your handles are?
Renee 101, Renz 101, and Renee Andrews on Facebook.
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Okay. Thanks again, Natasha.
Make sure follow them on YouTube, subscribe to their channel. They have really good stuff, and make sure follow them on Facebook.
And do the same for us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Aww. Okay guys, until next time. Bye.
Bye.